What's up, everybody? If you made it to the end of the video, you are a real one. So real quick, I'm just gonna do my final thoughts on these three discs. So first of all, we have the Prodigy A2 here. This plastic is really glossy. I could see it being a little grippier in the summer, but I've found, so I've only had this disc for about a couple weeks. My buddy Jimmy Disc Golf gave it to me. Shout out Jimmy. So it's only been in the bag for a couple weeks. I've just found that in the winter, it's like really glossy and kind of slippery. So, you know, I'm early releasing or I'm grip locking it because I'm worried about early releasing. And it's the most overstable one out of these three approach discs. So I'm sure this will be in my bag at some point. It's just not right now. Next, we have the Get Freaky Zone. Shout out Brody Smith. Like I said in an earlier video, my buddy Eric gave this to me about a week ago. And man, this plastic just is so nice. It feels so good in the hand. It's flexible, but at the same time, you're gonna get skips when you hit the ground on an angle. Like the feel, forehand or backhand, just feels so nice. I love the way it looks. But again, in the winter, since it's so cold right now, I've found that this plastic gets a little glossy and loses its like grip. Maybe that's because my hand is numb or because, you know, discs freeze and get cold when it's super cold like it is right now. But still a great disc, and it's in my bag at the moment. And then lastly, we have the West Side Harp here. So this one I've found so far, again, these discs have only been in my bag for 2 weeks tops. This one, so far, I've found that I like the best, at least in the winter. So this is a softer plastic. It doesn't look that flexible, but like, so the rim is pretty stiff, but the actual like flight plate is pretty flexible. I don't know if you guys can see that well. But the thing about this is, let me see if I can find this. So you can see on the rim here, it already has a few dings on it. Those are from hitting trees and stuff. So what that means though is this disc is going to get less stable much quicker than the other two because the plastic is so much softer. So that means basically this will fly straighter for longer after just a little bit of use, whereas the Zone and the A2 are going to take a long time to break in, and these are going to stay overstable for a while. So in conclusion, I think you can't really go wrong with any of these three discs, having them in your bag. However, they are good for different purposes. So like this Harp is a softer plastic. When it's not super snowy out and the ground is dry, you're gonna get less skip. It's gonna stick to the ground a little bit easier, which is always good. And in the winter, this is much easier to grip in your hand than the other two. The Zone, I could see this being my go-to approach disc. Excuse me. I could see this being my go-to approach disc for sure. It's just right now when it's so new to my bag and it's the winter, I don't quite trust it enough yet. And then the A2, I feel like this may only be a warm weather disc. Haven't really used it enough yet to really determine that, but this is also the most overstable one. So if you need something super overstable when you're, you know, within 200 feet of the basket, A2 could be a really good disc. But at the end of the day, it really just comes down to preference, what feels good in your hand, what you like. For me right now, I think it's the Harp for the winter, but we'll see when it warms up. That's gonna wrap up the video for today. If you made it all the way to the end, you are incredible. Please drop a like, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.